In this video, let's walk through the process of configuring the general configuration step for a migration task in the Tenant-to-Tenant web application. This step brings together multiple setup elements, including the PS service account, migration settings, notifications, error handling, and preferences, to ensure your migration task is fully configured and ready to go. Start by logging into the AVAMIGRATRON platform. You can either create a new migration task or choose an existing one. Once inside, navigate to the Configurations page. This is where you'll begin setting up your general configuration. Let's begin with the PS service account. The credentials you provide here will be used to fetch the active users list from the tenant's Active Directory. Make sure to configure at least one account each for both the source and target tenants. Start by entering the email address and password of an Exchange administrator or global administrator. Once done, click Save and Continue. Now switch to the Target tab and repeat the same process. Enter the credentials and click Save and Continue. Next, move to the Migration Settings section. Here, define the number of parallel instances for the task and assign the appropriate service app or service account for the migration. The Azure app added during the connection setup will already be available here for use. For example, if you set parallel instance to 1, you'll need to provide 2 service apps and accounts, one for migration and another to handle errors or throttling. Within the Source and Target Service Apps tabs, enter the Azure App ID and Azure App Secret. Refer to the link in description on how to create an Azure app for step-by-step assistance. Once the details are filled in, click Save and Continue. If you're planning to migrate Teams channels, there's one more thing. You'll need to add service accounts with valid Microsoft 365 licenses. After completing these fields, click Save and Continue. Then head over to the Notifications tab. Here, you can enter the email addresses of users who should receive real-time updates about this migration task. Once added, click Save and Continue. Let's now look at the Error Handling tab. Here, you can choose how AVAMIGRATRON should respond when it encounters errors during migration. You can either skip and continue the task or stop the migration entirely when an error occurs. Select the option that best aligns with your migration strategy. And finally, move to the Preferences tab. This step is optional and is used only for Teams channels and SharePoint migrations. Here, you can specify file formats to include or exclude. Choose whether to migrate all file versions or only specific versions within a defined limit. Once you're done, click Save and Continue. And that's it! You've successfully configured the general configuration step for your migration task in AVAMIGRATRON. Have questions or need assistance? Feel free to reach out to us at support@avamigratron.com.